This week's episode of One of a Kind with RVD is presented by Get Blitzed. That's get-blitz.com. Get Blitz Let's Aid is nano-infused THC syrup, and it is a premium cannabis-infused syrup formulated with nanotechnology for fast-acting effects. And you can get 15% off your order when you head to get-blitz.com and use promo code RVD. Get 15% off. Head to get-blitz.com, promo code RVD, 15% off. It's one of a kind, baby.
Raw Van Dam! The whole effing town! Raw Van Dam! The whole effing town! Van Daminator! Van Terminator! Van Crushinator! Van Assassinator!
What's up? It's Dominic D'Angelo of SDScoops.com, adfreeshows.com. I'm here today, though. It is one of a kind with RVD. And guys, I mean, who's here but RVD, Rob Van Dam?
Whoa, Jesus Christ, dude.
That's some vascularity there, dude.
I'm gonna film one of my workouts maybe within the week. I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna film some shit to share because now that I'm home, I'm in a productive vibe, getting a lot of stuff done around the house and bonding with the property and just being home, and that's something that's on my list. I got a list of stuff I could never get to before, but I've been thinking about lately, like what I want to share, and I think it'll help. That's why I want to share. I think people will find it very useful to see what RVD does that's a little different.
Ooh, so you got a good game plan laid out of what you want to show some fans and how you.
That's what I do. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm working out, I'm in the gym. I'm like, dude, I got to share with people, like, because, you know, what I'm doing right now, because it's different. You know, you're not going to find it anywhere else because RVD is one of a kind. Everything from me is different. So, hey, you know what? It might work for you. It might not.
How often do you switch up your routine, your workout routine?
I never have a routine.
Don't you? Oh, you don't? You just. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Never, like in 20 years or so, I've always tried to always mix it up. And usually when I did try to have something where I was like, okay, you know, chest and tries on Monday and Thursday. And then, you know, when I did try and do shit like that, I was always doing missing days and trying to make up for it and fucking everything up anyway. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I know I don't write shit down when I go to the gym, and I'm like, I always forget, like, did I do back and buys today or yesterday? Or and I'm like, what the fuck? I can't even remember. So
that's a sign you're getting great results.
That's it.
That's cool. Well, but yeah, more on that later. Just a little
Yeah.
little sneak peek into your future.
Ooh, all right. Guys, we are live. And we have over almost 600 people tuning in right now. So if you want to get in on that super chat, use the super chat, help us out on YouTube. Ask a question. We'll definitely get to it if you use the super chat. I always try to keep my eyes peeled for any kind of questions, but definitely use the super chat and we'll be sure to get to you guys. But yeah, quite the weekend it's been in regards to wrestling wise. They had Backlash this past weekend for WWE, and then AEW has kind of done some stuff with Dynamite. But Rob, I did want to cover something that happened with WWE real quick and get your thoughts on it. Was Jerry Lawler got released? He's done with WWE and everything like that. After 32 years, I think it was with the company or something at that point.
It's a hell of a run.
Hell of a run. Yeah. I wanted to get your thoughts and your interactions with Jerry. That, like, how was your relationship with him, and what do you think of him overall?
I like Jerry. I think he's very funny, entertaining guy, and you know, I learned to like him more the longer both of us have been around. When I was Mr. Monday Night on the Raw Invasion Angles, and they had me paired with Jerry Lawler. You know, he introduced me back in '97 to the Raw crowd as Mr. Monday Night, and then I tagged with him against the Headbangers. I didn't at that time enjoy what was happening with the direction of my character. I didn't like, why would I? You know, why would I want that? But you know, it made sense from their storyline because he was always against ECW, and then hey, can you keep it down a little bit? Thank you. And anyway, you know, he was like anti ECW. So when I did the invasion angle, I was anti ECW. You know, I'm confused now. I was anti ECW on the ECW shows. On the Monday Night Raw shows, I was like from ECW, but I was anti ECW and a sellout for being on Raw, but then I still wasn't one of the WWE guys. So,
yeah, you were like a no man's land kind of thing.
But anyway, you know, during that time, you know, I was like, come on, man, I want to do my own thing here and stuff. I don't want to be teaming with Jerry Lawler, but that wasn't personal. That was just business, you know. And then I've known him forever. I remember way back in '91 when I was in USWA, little Rob Zukowski and Samu, and and one time myself, let's see, I guess I just turned 20, you know. I'm a baby, can't even drink it. But anyway, myself and Jerry Lawler were looking through the curtain at this show. I believe it was in Jonesboro, Arkansas, but I could be wrong about that. And we're watching the ring, and we're just peeking through the curtain, and Jerry's standing up, and I'm like squatted.
Uh-oh. Guys, who can you hear? Can you hear me or Rob right now? Because Rob's frozen on my screen. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Rob, you there?
I see me now, yeah. No,
okay.
I'm here.
Okay, I wonder what happened.
There you are.
Okay. So I caught you when you said you were peeking through the curtain with Jerry, so.
Yeah, now I'm wondering if I should tell the story because I was already wondering as soon as it popped.
Oh, okay. It's up to you.
This is one of my first memories of actually talking to Jerry, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyway, I'm squatted down there and he's standing up and we're looking through the curtain watching. And Jerry goes, hey, he goes, Rob, you know what would be funny? Wouldn't that be funny if like they open up the curtains and then like my dick was in your mouth? And he goes like, we should do like, you know, like you're not sucking on it, you know, but it's just in your mouth. And that's the rib. Like the people would think you're sucking on it. Wouldn't that be funny?
Boy, that's a sense of humor right there.
I was horrified. That nowadays, I don't even know, that ain't kosher anymore. Fucking end up in a lawsuit or something, right? But anyway, yeah, that was forever ago. Hey, Joe is having a hard time getting in. I don't know.
Is he? Let me check my phone here, see if I can.
He keeps clicking the link.
Uh-oh.
Do
you know what his email is? I could try to email it to
him. He doesn't use an email.
Oh, doesn't he?
No.
Let me think here what we can do.
Okay.
I'll try to brew this over here and think. I wonder if there's let me see here.
Anyway, while you're looking at that, everything's a run, you know. So I didn't even realize that he was still getting paid by WWE. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not real surprised. I didn't know either way. It's not like he was part of their regular show, I don't think, right? He wasn't still commentating.
No, he wasn't. You know, he had a stroke.
They let him go off the Legends deal or whatever, you know. I think he had a good run. He had a really good run, you know, and hopefully he can heal up from that stroke.
He's making some improvements in that regard, I think. And I think the comments he made about being released he had totally understood because he said it was obviously a little difficult for him to do commentary and stuff like that as he's recovering. So it kind of
yeah, like you're just paying somebody and not really getting anything out of it. If you're gonna tighten up a little bit, that's a little expendable. Pay a guy to sit at home. But I don't know. I don't know what kind of deal he had. If it was a Legends deal, then why would you ever want to quit making merchandise of someone like Jerry? But I don't know if he had a guarantee or something.
Right. Yeah, I mean, still a heck of a run, and obviously, like, I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame or not yet. I don't think he is.
That's weird.
Isn't that's a little funky? But
Yeah.
he might be. I could be wrong. Yeah, I can't. I'm getting there. We go. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to send this to Joe. Then, if he doesn't have, do you want to text me his number? Maybe if I send it to him directly, it might. No, I don't know. That wouldn't do anything different. I don't think. Yeah, guys, we're trying to get a special guest here today. It's a good one too. It's a good one. But yeah. Oh, you have a super chat here. Oh, this is an interesting one. I don't know. Rob, are you familiar with Jacob Fatu? Kemalazans from New Zealand. $2. Thank you. Thoughts on Jacob Fatu? He recently signed with WWE. Have you ever seen his work before, Rob?
Yes, I have. And he's very good. I was very impressed with him. I saw him in LA at what's PCW, Pacific Coast Wrestling, which I was there, and I was like very impressed with him for being a big dude. I like the way that he does like the double jump springboard moonsault, and that just stuck out in my mind. Obviously, he does a lot more than that, and he's a really good wrestler, and he's been around for a while, making a lot of noise. I didn't know that he signed, but I think of that position being filled like by like Brett Cobb before.
Yeah,
where he was out there, kicking ass and like couldn't say nothing bad about him, looking at his work and crushing it. And then, but just, at that level, like top indie or whatever. And I don't know, if he signed with anybody or I don't know his career, but similar in that way, heard a lot of noise, people talking about him, saw a lot of him on Instagram and shit, and saw him with my own eyes, and impressive. So he signed with WWE, you're saying now?
Yeah, that's the big report, is that he signed, and I think that kind of broke after WrestleMania weekend, and so it's obviously with the bloodline and all that stuff going
There's
down.
another one, right, with T that I saw going.
Yeah, so
doing weak ass punches in Japan. Like, I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Gorillas of Destiny, Tamatonga and Tangaloa, they're Haku's sons, two sons.
Okay.
They just showed up in WWE's, but Fatu is reported that he signed with WWE, but he hasn't shown up yet on television.
And whose son is he?
I got to look that up. He's related to Roman Reigns.
Yeah. They're all related. They all tell you that they're related, even if they aren't. They always have. Every Samoan has always said, "Yeah, that's my cousin."
Yeah. And
I think they are.
I'm trying to see where who is his dad? Let's see.
Follow the bloodline.
I know. Oh my God, I'm looking at the freaking family tree right now. He's the son of Samuel Fatu, so Tonga Kid. And then yes, so yeah, how about that? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
He's great though. I got to work with him backstage with MLW and stuff like that, and such a nice guy. He's like always like brings anybody in, fans or whatever, like to hang out, and he kind of is very communal in a lot.
What do you mean by that? Bring the fans back to the dressing room?
No. I mean, like he would go hang out with the fans and stuff like that afterwards. And things like that. He wouldn't bring them backstage. Oh. Yeah, very very cool dude though. And I remember the one time too, he was backstage with us for one of the Conrad stuff, and Jerry Jarrett was backstage, and he never got to meet Jerry Jarrett before. and he wanted to get a picture with him. Like, wanted to get a picture with him, wanted to get a picture, just really kind of cool and respectful of the business and stuff like that. So that was pretty neat to see too. So,
yeah, I think of I remember a match one time in ECW in Kissimmee, Florida. Tonga kid was wrestling Sabu, and for some reason I did a run and I went down and climbed up the top rope and did my one-legged kick, which I guess is called a crane kick. Although I've never. You ever heard that?
I never heard that's what it was called. No.
Yeah, but I've never called it that. But some people, anyway. And boom, and I broke his nose. And I remember afterwards being concerned, like not knowing if he was going to be pissed or what, and he was like, "No," I goes, "No, I don't." I goes, "I mean, as long as you didn't do it on purpose, you didn't do it on purpose, right?" And it's like that's like an old school. Like I just remember saying that's exactly what Pitbull Anthony said to me.
Yeah.
So that's like, yeah, no, as long as you didn't do it on purpose, right? No, shit happens. All right, cool.
That's so funny. Yeah, because you told the story about Pitbull before saying that too, after you smacked him in the chair.
I wonder how many times I've heard that.
You didn't do that on purpose. All right.
Yeah. No, man. As long as you didn't do it on purpose. You didn't do it on purpose, right? No, of course not.
No, well, of course not.
Hey guys, remember the times, those E-Feds or those Creator Wrestler Leagues? Man, I miss them. Good old nostalgia. Well, you can have it now here with Modern Mania Wrestling GM, and it's available in the App Store. So you can check it out. Wrestling game fans looking for the best pro wrestling GM mode or pro wrestling booking sim on mobile will love Modern Mania Wrestling GM. Modern Mania Wrestling GM is a pro wrestling general manager game presented as a collectible card game. It allows you to be the booker in control of your own wrestling empire, man. As a head promoter of your own fantasy wrestling league, it's up to you to book the best shows against the competing companies. Can you bring the promotion to the very top and become a pro wrestling tycoon? You'll collect cards for wrestlers, tag teams, venues, sponsors, special matches, and more. Hundreds of amazing characters flesh out this entertaining universe. Each character is totally original, while also inspired by today's wrestling scene and pop culture trends. It's pile-driving parody at its finest. Modern Mania Wrestling GM allows you to customize your pro wrestlers' stats and gimmicks, create your own factions, set up your own feuds, and so much more. Do you have what it takes to be an elite GM? Start tracking for all your wrestlers, detailed title histories, top contender rankings, year-end awards, and more to help this best wrestling simulator of any mobile wrestling game out there. Our awesome community of players shares personal results as well as ideas and feedback that help to shape and improve Modern Mania Wrestling GM for future updates. We strongly feel Modern WrestleMania GM might be just the best wrestling game in the business. And guys, if you don't have time to sit in front of your television and play WWE 2K24 or anything like that, man, this will fill your needs and get things going. And hey, if you use promo code HEAT, you can get free wrestlers and free cash in the game. Get you a head start on Modern Mania Wrestling GM. Check it out. I'm definitely going to download it on my phone, play it up, see how it is too, and give you guys more of a review too. But go use promo code HEAT to support the RVD podcast and download it. Check it out. Modern Mania Wrestling GM.
Joel says he's having issues with his phone, so I don't know if he can get through or not. He says his wife won't answer the phone. He doesn't have a passcode, so I'm not sure. Hopefully, we can try to get something sorted out here.
Okay, yeah. If not, then
we could just
some other time.
Yep, some other time. But what else?
Chris is saying that I was dressed up like Sabu during that run-in when I broke his nose.
Wow, really?
If that's the case, I've only done that twice. Once was Halloween, and then once, and that was a house show, and it was so much fun, that I did it again on TV, and I didn't remember who I did it with on the TV, but possibly it was Big Sammy or Little Sammy, whichever Sammy. Anyway, according to Chris, and then
We got Rob froze again. I think. Let's see here. We're having some issues, guys. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear Rob, let me know that too. Let's see what happens here. But we are still live. I wonder what's going on with this. Why is the connection funky? Son of a bee sting. Okay, I froze. Okay, Rob's gone. Okay, so Rob froze. Thanks, guys. We'll get it sorted out. Wonder why it's going on like that, guys. If you have questions, though, in the meantime, as we wait for Rob, feel free to get them in. Use the super chat, that helps us out. But yeah, like, subscribe. Go to Rob's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to that if you haven't. If you're not watching on there, if you're watching it on RVD TV, subscribe to RVD TV. But yeah, be sure to get some questions in. We'll get some stuff going. Yeah. Oh, you gotta love technology, right, guys? Such a hoot. But yes. What else did I want to mention to you? Oh, by the way, if you haven't checked it out, check out Right Down the Middle with Bill Alfonso. That's live on RVD TV. You can check that out. I just did record the first episode with Fonzie this past Tuesday. It was really good stuff. Every other Tuesday, so not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, we'll go live then. So me and Fonzie, we're gonna do a little bit more. He's got so much cool stuff to talk about from ECW and from his time with WWE. Not only that, but in Florida Championship Wrestling as well. He has a lot of stuff going on, so be sure to check that out. That's going to be on RVD TV too. And as far as other things go, I wanted to plug Rob's Greek glass that he has. He's got some new glass products through Greek glass. Go to rvd420.com. There's some really cool. There's 3 different bongs you can check out, and they're all themed about Rob's old outfits and singlets and stuff like that. So try to tune into that and check those out. Those are really cool. And yeah, there's just some really good stuff going on. So as far as anything else goes, I'm trying to think what else that we can cover too. Oh, guys, yeah, if you have any questions regarding what what you want to hear from the podcast moving forward too, not just with Rob, but with Fonzie or anything like that, chime in the chat here too. I'll try to keep tabs on all that as well. So yeah, let's see. Seth says the UFOs attacked Vegas. That's pretty funny. It's the Dom Show now. People do not want to tune into just the Dom Show. But we'll let me see. I'll have to text Rob here and see what's going on. Because yeah, dang it. This dang internet stuff. I tell you what. Guys, what else did I want to tell you guys too? Oh, if he doesn't come back too, we'll see what happens here, guys. We might have to reschedule at some point or something like that, but we'll figure it out. Anywho, what I should plug is the show RVD, One of a Kind, is sponsored by Get Blitzed. Guys, if you haven't checked it out yet, Mickey Ray Sinatra and Courtney, they are based out of Maryland, but you go to get-blitz.com and you can get some THC Lit Aid. Get Lit Aid. I have blue raspberry in my kitchen cabinet. I'm waiting to use it when I'm around somebody like my brother or somebody like that, because I'm a novice when it comes to that stuff, unlike Rob. But try that stuff out. Go to get-blitz.com. There's so many different flavors. It was a hit at WrestleCon between Rob's restarting his computer, guys, so hang in there. Anywho, yes, there's several different flavors, from Tiger's Blood to what's the other ones you got? Oh, Pina Colada to Key Lime Pie. That's Kevin Nash's favorite. And then I know there's cherry too. There's cherry, but check it out. Go to get-blitz.com. Use promo code RVD, and you can get 50% off your order. It's people loved it. The Godfather loved it. I gave a sample to Fonzie. I think he dug it too. It was a big hit around WrestleCon, like I said. So take a look at that, see how it is, and let us know what you think too. Absolutely use that too. So good stuff. We're also sponsored by Blue Chew. So BlueChew.com, promo code RVD. You can get your first trial free with that. And all you got to do is $5 shipping, and that's it. So BlueChew.com, promo code RVD. Hey, why not get some sponsors in while I can and see how that's going? Guys, fill me in on what's going on in SmackDown too. Oh, do I got a favorite kit, Blitz? Kevin, I have not tried it yet, but I do have the blue raspberry in my cabinet. I'm just waiting for the right time. Oh, Rob is back. Yo, what's up?
You've been handling court while I was gone.
I've been holding court. I did some sponsor stuff. I plugged some things, so we're good, man. Good. I filled in some time.
Cool.
So, guys, yes, get
But
that.
no luck with Joe, though, huh?
No, he says he can't get a passcode for his wife and stuff like that with the phone, I guess. So, but we could definitely plan him to get him on a different time or so for sure, if all else fails.
Let's just do it next week.
There we go.
That was, of course, going to address the coloring contest situation. So I'm going to put it off a week because Joe's having technical problems, and I really want him in on this. And I was looking through the submissions. And there's some amazing outfits. Yeah, they each one seems to look, like cooler that and then I don't want to say cooler really than the last one, but each one in its own way. I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. There's so much purple. I don't have an outfit that looks like that. And the next one, whoa, I don't have a blue like that. And the way that they made the drops, and one person didn't use the pattern, just made like their own outfit, and it's like so detailed out. Like a yin yang, but the yin yang really has arms and legs, and is me doing a kick, in a kind of like in a weird silhouette way. Anyway, Joe's going to help us with the contest, and I don't know if that one is going to be allowed or not. He said that it's hard to airbrush other people's
stuff.
Yeah, creative drawings, because then you have to like recreate it, and then it's not, going to be the original. And anyway, I'm stoked, looking forward to doing that, but I really want Joe to be a part of that. And since there's no reason to rush out and call the winner, it's not like we're sending them money or anything. And it's also not like I'm booked for TV within the next week or something either. So relax. Let's fucking float it over. I always say, why do today? Well, you can put off till next week.
Now, did he send you like a bunch of them, or are you going through all of them, or have you like?
He didn't send them to me. I sent them to him.
Oh, okay. So did you pick like a select?
They sent them. No, they sent them. Everybody put their submissions in, like to the website at robvandam.com, and then my web dude, DJ Derek, had, collected all of them, and then sent me a link to where he had all of the submissions, and so I could see. And I was trying to get a count, but then I realized that I was forgetting to add. I kept, like, each screen I could see like 13 lines. And so it's okay, there's another 13, and I'd concentrate on what number it is, so that when I scroll down, I'd know where to count. Yeah. And then I did another 13, and I kept doing that. But then I'm like, yeah, but I don't know how many 13s I've done. Like, what's the point of that? I'm not going to get a total this way. So I just decided that wasn't as important as just knowing that there's a bunch of them and they look really cool. And I'm looking forward to not only seeing who wins, but also sporting that motherfucker.
Hell yeah, man. No, that's such a neat idea by Joe. And like, it's really cool that you guys are doing that too.
Always trying to keep the fans involved and interactive somehow.
Yeah. Guys, if you weren't aware too, what Rob is talking about too is there was a coloring contest. People colored a singlet that Joe designed, and they submitted them. So what we're gonna do is have a contest for Rob and Joe are gonna pick the winner, and whichever one they pick, Rob's gonna wear it on TV. So
Joe's gonna actually airbrush a real outfit like the contestant submitted, and recreate that the color choices, and it's gonna be awesome. And there was a lot of people had fun with it, but also there's also a lot of talented artists out there.
right, yeah, it's such a neat idea. Such a neat idea. Derek, for chiming in for $5. We talked about this before on several of the episodes, but do you have Open to Remember Your Comic Book Store? I used to go there a lot back in 05 and met a lot of cool wrestlers like you. So yeah, Rob's talked about that before we're on here. How long was that store open again there for? Did you have it for?
I think it was about 3 years total, between two locations. Do you think he's just asking if I remember the store? Because
I think so. Do you have Open to Remember Your Comic Book Store? I don't know what he means by that. If there's something else he meant, but Eric, feel free to clarify too if you have something else.
Yeah, but obviously, I can certainly talk about that venture for a minute. That was an idea somebody hit me with. This guy named Craig Nobuyuki, and he had a bunch of comic books, and I believe he sold them at Frank and Sons. Not in an actual brick and mortar place. It was more like a weekend flea market kind of place. And anyway, he talked to me. This is around 2004-ish. About being a silent investor. He wanted to open up a store, and the conversation in my head automatically was like, well, why silent investor? I think the most value that I could add would be putting my name on it. And then I was like, what do you guys think about that? And eventually I ended up completely taking over with my team. Craig got fucked. And I feel bad for that. But it was, I was doing everything by the book, and my accountant crunched all the numbers with him. And anyway, he ended up walking away from the thing. Myself, I had it, like I said, for I think about 3 years or so. It never did make any money. So, Craig might have escaped a money pit, or maybe he could have made it run better. I don't know.
Oh no, Rob's frozen again. Rob's frozen again. Dang, the internet is our enemy today, guys. Hold on, we'll see if I can. You can see me, let me know. If you can hear me, let me know. But dang it, yes. So he had a comic book shop, and like if you didn't know too, Rob is a big Ghost Rider fan. So that was his big superhero, and there's a lot of references you'll see throughout his wrestling career. He's had some singlets wrestling career wise too with Ghost Rider on there. But
this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about sex, guys. Remember the days when you were always ready to go? Now you can increase your performance and get the extra confidence in bed. Listen up, BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you receive prescription within days. The best part, it's all done online, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in the line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package. They always say first impressions are important. What about lasting impressions? Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code RVD at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code RVD to receive your first month free. Visit Blue Chew for more details and important safety information. And we, RVD and I, thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Shoot, Rob's gone again. He's having internet problems. So, but guys, if all else fails, I will certainly screenshot your questions, and if we need to reschedule a recording, we will do that. Trying to think what else we can really talk about here, but yes, I did see that Cody Rhodes is going to be challenging Logan Paul at Saudi Arabia, King and Queen of the Ring. So that's pretty cool. I think that's a very good matchup, actually. It's going to be I think it's a savvy move, too, because a savvy move? Well, either way, I think it's great because, oh no, Seth. Okay, well, Seth, if we do not get to this today, I'll be sure to get your question in there. So I'm screenshotting Seth's question right now, guys. If you do submit a question, I will screenshot it and make sure we do cover it at some juncture here. We record later again. I'm texting Rob right now, guys. Wow, live and in person here, huh? I want to do. We can reschedule. Let me see if needed. All right, sorry guys, but yeah. Either way, let's talk a little wrestling here. I think Logan Paul has done amazing stuff. We've talked about him on the podcast here before too. Obviously, he did that amazing frog splash during WrestleMania, and I think he's just been a very, very good heel. Guys, if you want to chime in too, give me who your favorite current heel is right now. Who's your favorite current heel in pro wrestling, and who would compliment Rob well in the ring? How about that? Let's go with some of that right now. In the meantime, but yeah, I think that's a great matchup. I'm not a big fan of the Saudi shows, to be honest. Obviously for certain reasons, but they make WWE a lot of money, and it's pretty cool that the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring is in there too. So I like that aspect a lot. Let's see here, but yeah, what else was there that I wanted that we covered today? It'll be interesting to see. Oh, Rob's back. Rob, what's up?
This is brutal, dude.
Isn't it? It's rough times. Hard times, like Dusty Rhodes said. Hard times.
I keep thinking, should we just fucking give up? And then, I see what you. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Let's. You know what? If we freeze one more time, we'll just either we can make this an episode and just plan for next week, or we can reschedule for tomorrow, do a short one tomorrow, whatever you want to do.
We could do part 1 and part 2 or some shit. Or
yeah. If all else
mess it together.
Yeah.
I wear this same shirt every day anyway. I've been wearing it for 8 days.
That's awesome. See, that's what I love about when you don't have, dude, when I had COVID and stuff like that, I fucking was just a bum in the house. I did
underwear too.
Hey, that's it. I know Major League Baseball players do that, but through superstition. That's it.
Yeah. No, but if we lose the connection again, if you want to just say fuck it, and post this as a 45-minute episode, or
which is pretty good still,
I don't know, text me. Yeah. Whatever.
You can work out one way or another. But
I think it's a problem here. My internet's been shitty. I was saying that to Katie about 7 hours ago. It's always in the 11 o'clock hour in the morning every day. When I'm watching YouTube, I always lose my connection. And I'm always like, how is it that I pay for the biggest package to get the highest fucking
internet
speed? Yeah, and it sucks. But then when I go and look, it looks like the gimmick that tells me if the internet made it to the house looks like it's fine. The router.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, if it has a green light or blue light, I think that means it's okay. So maybe just the Wi-Fi in my house is somehow fucked up, I think, but I don't know. So then I ask Orby, and then if Orby can see all the satellites and shit, and it can't during that time, eventually it comes back. But I spent so much time talking about it. It's probably gonna fucking happen again, man.
It probably will happen. When's the last time you unplugged and replugged your router back in, or reset your router? Because sometimes that's
Oh, not that long ago, actually.
yeah.
Yeah, I tried that, and then I looked up, the color, the light that it is, and shit to make sure that, and it says it's fine, and that I'm getting a great service to the fucking house.
Yeah.
But then it splits to Wi-Fi. I don't know, dude. I need a Wi-Fi dude, and I think that might be our problem. Maybe,
Need a Wi-Fi, dude.
maybe. I think so.
Yeah, one way or another.
I don't know though, man. It's the same shit that I use every week. We don't have this problem.
Yeah. I don't. I hate
Well,
technology.
My laptop does keep telling me to update it, and I keep ignoring it. So maybe that's an issue. I don't know.
Stupid technology. I hate it. Seth chimed in. Thanks for the $20, Seth. He says, RVD, would you consider watching one match a week from a current TV product and talking about it on the pod? I enjoy hearing your take on this stuff. Us marks still watch. I think that would make for good clips too. So, Rob, would you be interested in watching one match a week and breaking it down?
The reason would be because Seth said that it would be interesting. I can imagine that, but I don't know that I would enjoy it, because what am I going to say if I have an opinion about their work, except for breaking it down and being completely honest and, blowing kayfabe and talking to all the listeners as if I was in a training seminar and telling them, what he could have done better or whatever. And I'm not ready to do that yet, and so for those reasons, I think that probably won't happen.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense too, though. I mean, I think a lot of people, there are people that do break down the matches and stuff like that when they watch them and like give their critiques. But it's also like, yeah, if you want to be in the right mindset to do that, that's like, it's kind of a tough thing to like, be critical or, anything like that's can be kind of tough too, I think.
It's I don't when we're watching, like I don't see it the same way that you do,
Right.
I just like when everyone was talking about Paul Heyman's speech, everyone was saying, "Oh my God, that was the best speech ever," and I kept saying, after the Hall of Fame, like I knew it was really good, but I got to listen to it again, which I have now, and I get it. It was fucking awesome, but when I am watching Paul up there giving his speech, it's like watching somebody else, one of my peers, work, so I'm watching it like that, and I'm looking at the build, and I'm looking at how he carefully places the swear words, and like, okay, oh cool, good move, he pulled out the hat, well that's a high spot, you know what I mean, and boom, and he knew just when to do it and to get the reaction, and it's just like a match. And so I watch it like that, and when I watch wrestling, of course I'm going to be watching it like that too, like they're working, and I don't like talking to the general public from that perspective, because what's it going to be like, boom, like see how he moved out of the corner like way too fucking early, like if you pause it, see how that guy moved, and this guy's feet haven't even left yet, and the guy still jumps like a fucking idiot, as if he didn't notice that the guy moved. See how that timing's up? See how it would be so much better if that guy waited till the very last second and we actually thought that he was going to hit him, and then boom, we're surprised by it. I don't want to talk to everybody like that, you know what I mean? Because that's what I do. That's my perspective, and that's like something for in a concentrated mass. That's something more for behind closed doors.
So you would be more against like just the fact of like breaking the fourth wall, so to speak, for like the fans, and like letting them inside and kind of like nitpicking it apart and seeing that kind of perspective. You're not too into that necessarily, right? Does that make sense?
It doesn't translate to somebody that thinks they understand something, but they really don't. It really doesn't understand. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it really doesn't translate. Just like, let's say me and a fan, let's say we talk about steroids. Do you think we're both hearing the same word? Absolutely not. We're not. You know what I mean? Like if I'm talking to a fan and there's a jacked up wrestler, you know, and I say, you know, he does quite a bit of steroid or whatever, or if I just, you know, does he do steroids? Yeah, he does. Well, in the fan, in their mind, because they're trained our whole life, we're trained to think that's bad, that's cheating, it's dangerous. But in today's science, and especially in the world that I live in anyway, the athletic world, the gym, like for the last fucking 30 years, I don't hear it with that bias at all. You know, it's just like, it's like, oh, you know, I wonder what he takes. You know, good, it's working for him. You know, something more like that. So it's like the exact same conversation might be like word for word picked up by both ears, but we're not translating it the same way because we don't really speak the same language. We don't have the same perspective of what we're talking about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It really does. I did want to follow up too. I think this is interesting because I never thought
Because, like, by the way, I was talking. I don't know if I was on here. Maybe I probably wasn't on here, right? When I was talking about the Kurt Angle suplex, was I on here talking about that recently?
not. I don't think recently. No.
Well, anyway, my hand has fallen asleep since this one suplex, and I was telling somebody, and I was saying, you know, Kurt, it was in 2006 when we brought the ECW back, and I was wrestling Kurt Angle, and he had me in a waistlock from behind, and he went to suplex me, give me a back suplex, and I thought, you know, I'd be swift, and I would fucking like boom, flip back on my feet to counter it, and I began telling this, and somebody inside the business said, "Whoa, you didn't tell him you were going to do that?"
Oh no! Did Rob freeze in that time? He froze just like that. He froze just like that. How about that, guys? Oh man, I think we're gonna have to reschedule, guys. That's very funny though. Oh my gosh, man, what a great story too, and we're gonna freaking miss it. Ah, shoot. All right, I'm gonna screenshot a couple of these questions, guys. Let me see what kind of things I can tell you guys too, real quick before. I'm gonna make sure to text Rob and let him know that we will reschedule, or maybe this will just be the episode. 45 minutes is pretty good, short and sweet. Can't beat that. I think that's still not bad. Okay, I'm gonna text Rob. Let's reschedule. Hold on. Let's just do next week. Do next week. Sorry, guys. You're going through that. So, guys, let me close it out with this. Let me say, if you like what you're hearing, definitely give us some 5-star review on the audio feed. We can boost up the audio so we can get the word out through audio. We want to get those numbers up for the podcast. That would be great. But guys, if you're watching on rvdtv.com, be sure to go to Rob's YouTube channel and subscribe and like to that. But then on top of it, if you're watching on RVD's YouTube channel, go to rvdtv.com and like and subscribe to that, because we got clips on there. We got full episodes on there. And then, but Rob has exclusive content on his YouTube channel. YouTube Chris does a great job over there, so check that out as well. But help us out. Give us some feedback, what you want to hear with Rob Moore. Seth, I thank you for that question. That was a great question to ask. And guys, I'll be sure to cover a lot of this ground too. I screenshotted all of this stuff, so we'll cover a lot of your questions next week. As far as anything else goes, yes, tune in. Let me see here. Friday. Today's Friday, so 2 weeks. We're starting Tuesday. I'm trying to figure out when I believe it's May 21st. You want to tune into rvdtv.com because that's when me and Bill Alfonso will go live. And we want live fan interaction. Fonzie's got some great stuff he's going to give away. He's got like a super sweet jacket, like amazing. He's got a couple of good merchandise that he's willing to give away. I can't believe my jaw dropped when he was showing me some of the stuff he's willing to give away. So guys, tune into that. That's going to be a freaking hoot. And he's got so much great stories to tell. We talk about Bam Bam Bigelow. We talk about what else? Oh, his just being a fan and getting his start in wrestling is crazy. It's a full circle moment. Tune in, go to check out episode 1 on there and help support out Fonzie too. So we're trying to get some good stuff going over there on rvdtv.com. As far as anything else, that's it. But go to rvd420.com if you're a smoker and you want some new equipment, some new glass. They have some exclusive RVD 420 glass. So take a look over there, rvd420.com. Our friends at greekglass.com. Go to Get Blitz, promo code RVD, get 15% off. And bluechew.com. Hey, go to RVD, use promo code RVD, and get your first order free. Only pay $5 shipping. Can't beat Blue Chew, guys. What a classic pro wrestling podcast advertisement that is. And follow me. Go to Rumor and Innuendo. It's a show on ad-free shows, a daily show from Monday through Friday. Me and Robert Karpel, former WWE writer, do all that stuff. And we talk. It's like a PTI show. So I have a great time doing that. Working Stiff is another show I produce. That's with 4 comedians, Dan St. Germain, Scott Chaplin, Mike Lawrence, and Robert Karpelis are on there, and they do a lot of great stuff on there. So check that out. Working Stiff. You can find that on YouTube. You can find it on iTunes. Great stuff. I produce that. Obviously, Straight Talk with the Boss, Greg Gagne, Magnum TA. Check that out. Go there. 4 Horsemen Network, Arn Anderson's channel. So go there and check those episodes out too. But yes, definitely let us know. Give us some feedback on the show, what you guys want to hear more of. I screenshotted all the super chats, so I thank you guys for chiming in and doing that and interacting and hanging in here with me today. And Rob, sorry about the technical difficulties. This is still a great episode, and I'm very happy that you guys joined us today. We had over almost 1,500 people tuning in from Twitter to YouTube to everything like that. So we got a great audience, guys. So we appreciate that. And hey, we'll see you next time here on One of a Kind with RVD. RVD, baby.
No way us now.